Season 1, Episode 12, a very special holiday show for Larry's. Larry Herb Melck, Clint, no relation to Jessica Biel.
I am here.
Brother. Jessica's brother, Clint.
Greetings. Season's greetings. I'm here. Hi.
Episode 12, we did 6 more shows this season than Yellowstone.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the next one. Billy Contratiliac is in the house.
Oh, Billy K. Happy holidays, Billy K. You continue all season long to fuck up the pronunciation of the name.
Yeah.
We have a toast, gentlemen? Little holiday toast. Clint's in the bottle. I got a container of beers. There we go.
Boys, yeah.
And a double dip tonight.
You're gonna finish that all tonight? That's a good job. See, in Canada we couldn't buy that. Hey, listen to this one. I just remembered something. This is the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Good.
It's a grievance, but I got more than just one, of course. So I go into this brand new store. It's been open for about a year. It's called Save On Foods. So it's a grocery store owned by Jimmy Pattison, one of the richest guys in the world. Blah, blah, who gives a shit? He's 95. Anyways, I walk in this store. What's that?
Nay.
I know. So anyways, I walk in this store. It's got everything. It's like a Whole Foods down in Phoenix or in the States. You guys got Whole Foods everywhere? Yeah. Absolutely. You can eat. You can have a bison burger at Whole Foods. You can eat everything you can frickin' think of. So I walk into this Save On Foods, and we're about 30 years behind you guys in the smartness part of anything when it comes to liquor. You know I like my beer, okay? So I walk into the store. There's 8,000 bottles of wine and those silly, stupid little, what do you call them? Ultras and the vodka mix and all the shit.
Non-alcoholic crap.
All the shit. And I go to the girl and I go to the girl and says, "Hey, I'd like a beer." She says, "No, don't sell beer. Our government hasn't, you can't buy beer in a grocery store here." Okay. So I said, fine. I go get my salmon and all that. It was actually my son's 30th birthday, which we talked about in the couple. I go take out. Listen, so you can't buy beer there as a 12-pack or 24-pack or anything. As I'm walking out, there's a little spot in the corner, just right by the doors that slide, beer. 4 handles of beer. There's nowhere to sit. There's nowhere to eat. There's nowhere, but you can buy a beer in a glass, but you can't buy an actual. I said, "What the fuck? Like, are you kidding?"
You got to drink it there?
Me. Like, how stupid and backward can you be? Anyways,
we don't have.
You can drink it right there, but you can't buy a beer to take out.
I can get my Labatt's Blue. I can get my eggnog. I can get anything I want. I go to Total Wines. I can go to an ABC, Crown Liquor, a myriad of bars. And this is Florida, but we don't have that problem. You get fireworks too.
So now I've had a couple of beers. I know. Well, we have canceled all fireworks in Canada because of the fire hazard, blah, blah. Still buy fireworks. Okay. So now my girlfriend and I, which is now my wife, who I've been married to for 37 years, whatever it is.
Lovely Rochelle.
We're in Florida. I think we're in Fort Lauderdale for spring break. Yeah. We're in Fort Lauderdale for spring break. And this is like in I don't know, 1991. I don't know what year it was. We're going to the airport and there's a margarita and a blender stand with liquor on the way to the airport. So we go to a drive-thru in Florida and I'm ordering a margarita, a pina colada, and whatever with liquor in it as I'm driving to the airport.
Oh, you would love it.
What a great idea.
Everything is available. Now, first, I want to reach out to you and give you a little shout out. I want to show you my Christmas gift from my financial. A calendar.
Oh,
I've been using a freaking calendar for 30 years.
Oh,
Show our fans your calendar.
oh, you got to be kidding!
Look at this.
Look at this. Like that's the Bible right there. That tells me everything I need to do in the next 2 hours.
Dentist, doctor, beer, golf, check Rochelle out, buy go to your box store.
Yeah.
That's been a couple weeks.
No, yes.
It's been a couple weeks.
It's
the last time we spoke, you cut out deli meats, snacks, garlic sausage, cheese and crackers. Is that shit finally behind you? You were deathly ill for a couple weeks because you stopped drinking.
Yeah. So first of all, let's go back. My roving reporter, one of the roving reporters I have, Richard J. Ammon, his wife now, Helen. I call her Helen. I don't even know her first name. Doesn't matter. He's in Abu Dhabi or Dubai, and he confirmed something very important. CNN did a news release on it's okay to pee in the shower, and he sent it to me. So if you have to pee in the shower. All right. So now, after that, I have not had any deli meats. I'm trying to watch my salt, but I'm back to drinking beer. I'm having an eggnog. I had a little meeting today with a buddy of mine I've known for 30 years. Had a couple of beers, and now we're ready to talk about some very important matters.
So how you feeling now? You completely cut out the snacks, and are you baking?
I love cheese and crap.
Everything out?
I just sat here and had a pound of pistachios, which are probably not very good for me, but they're 8% sodium, which is pretty good. So, and then after the show, so my wife, so my ex-defense partner, the fucking jabroni, loves the Costco.
Number 2.
Yeah, the jabroni. So my wife goes to Costco. Yeah, my wife goes to Costco today, and we're having some people over tomorrow from the townhouse complex, and so we get some shrimp and we get some what do you call it? Jalapeno cheese, some stuff that you can't get at the regular grocery store. So, but she also gets TGI Fridays. What do you call them? Potato skins, which I love. So I said, can't resist, with some sour cream on it and some hot chili peppers. Oh my God! So I said, put it in the air fryer at 545, which is exactly 35 minutes. I'll have 1.5 potato skins from TGI Fridays.
I ate the pizza oven since we spoke last, having fun. Billy Kay, my daughter's in Toronto 2 weeks ago. Finally, my first Gretzky Estates red wine. Wow, good stuff. But they do not ship to Jersey.
So, oh shit, Billy, that means you got to go across the line to New York.
Hey, why don't you have one of those drones drop off the wine for you?
Yeah, no.
Oh, here's somebody. This guy's happy with the drone. Look at the. Just one of your neighbors.
Billy's a beauty. He's retired. He's got nothing better. He sends me this stuff all the time. Willie Contretitiak.
He's a good man. He's one of we'd call Clint a P1.
Oh,
big listener.
He's another one of the roving reporters. Comes up with some of our shtick. So, anyways, what were we saying? Oh yeah, so TGI Fridays in half an hour. When I have a few drinks, I don't want a big meal. Like you go to Bobby's and have the big steaks and whatever. I mentioned to my buddy Mark today, did the girls have the Dick and Cider today when you were at the bar or not?
I've been introducing the Dick and Cider to half of Vero Beach.
God.
It's got to be.
And you just cannot make that shit up. You're on your game tonight. You did a little show prep. You had 3 weeks.
You can't make that shit. Okay, so Thanksgiving, we watched the football. We had the drinks. Here's what. And this is. Are we at the grievance part yet? We
Not
just
yet.
started.
No,
doesn't matter. So, I love watching Thursday football. Thanksgiving, it's a holiday.
Oh, you get the 3 games now.
Yeah, but do you think, and even like on Christmas, the basketball guys have to play at Christmas. Do you think that on Thanksgiving and on Christmas and on holidays, January 1st, do you think that there's no hockey, right? There's through Christmas time, it's an NHL trade freeze. You can't trade from the 22nd or 21st or whatever.
They have a little blackout.
They have a blackout. The NHL gets it. I think our time off at Christmas time should be more than 3 days. It should be 5 days at least. And screw the, whatever else, the All-Star game and all that bullshit that takes 3 days or 7 days.
For that, which is completely ridiculous in February.
I do not think it's good for the fans, but I do not think the athletes, the players, want to play on Thanksgiving, Christmas, or New Year's.
Well,
yes or no?
You would know better than me. You were a professional hockey player, but
hated it.
It's a tradition Thursday. The Lions are always at home. The Cowboys are always at home. I think they like it. They fly in. They're home after the game. The families know it. In regard to basketball, it's always been big. NBA, who I might say the viewership is dipping significantly this year, but they have a series of Christmas games. Now we're in the college bowl season. We got the 12-team college national championship kicking off this week. So, the networks want, back in the day, it was just Monday Night Football. You didn't have Thursday night. You didn't have, it was one game with Howard Cosell, Dandy Don, Frank Gifford, and Howard would do the highlights at halftime. Then the Thursday came in. Then the Sunday night came in. So, you had one shot on that national showcase. So I like it. Gives you something to do. You can watch.
Of course. That's what I said.
So much.
For the fans, it's great. But for the athletes and the players that are playing in it, listen, I'm not going to make the All-Star game. So I'm going to get a week off, and I'm going up from Vancouver. I can go up to Whistler in 2 hours. It's one of the most beautiful ski resorts in the world.
Yeah.
And I can hang out there for 3 or 4 nights. Well, these guys are playing in a stupid all-star game where they don't even try, and it's a waste of their time. And that's why Kucherov last year refused to even try.
That's why baseball still, in that respect, there's only 3 days you don't have the game. You got the day before the All-Star game, the night of the All-Star game. Now they do the home run derby, but if you're not participants, you got the break. But it's just that 3-day window. Outside of that, they tinker with the playoffs, expand it, but it's consistent.
So the fans that are bitching about how much money these guys are making, screw off, because I missed probably 11 or 12, 15 years of Christmases. Winter Classic. I love the Winter Classic because there's 70,000 people that go. That's different. Somebody came up with
the question. I preferred it on New Year's Day. There's too much shit going on New Year's Eve.
Exactly.
Mike Doc Emmerich would do the call. 3:00 game from this year. I think it's in Wrigley Field in Chicago. I want it New Year's Day. Again, why move it?
Yeah. But getting back to my point, guys are making $10 or $11 million. They've missed from the time they were 15 to the time they're 35. They've missed every single freaking Christmas, Thanksgiving, blah, blah. Give us a break.
Back in your day when you played, you were away for all the holidays?
Couldn't go home because we only
had a home game?
Well, no. Okay, so let's say I'm in Vancouver. Okay, we'll play on the 23rd. We're back at work on the 26th. Where am I going to go in 2 days to go home to Saskatoon? Or if somebody lives, a guy from here is playing in Vancouver, he's going to go back to Sweden for 3 days, 2 days.
Me and Clint have that issue with our daytime job. Not a lot of PTO.
I'm surprised you haven't mentioned the holiday party yet.
All right.
That's us with Santa.
Clint and I connected last Thursday, had a couple pops.
Where was that at?
Oh, at a lovely marina in Port Salerno, Florida, which is a little suburban area of Stewart, about 20 minutes north of Palm Beach. Had our radio station, iHeartMedia, Holiday Extravaganza. It was wonderful. Saw the boys. We had a few pops. I think Santa was tanked, Clint.
Have a nice Christmas, y'all.
He was in rare form, that guy.
Yeah, he was.
Nice spread. It was fun.
How come Clint, Jessica's brother, is wearing a T-shirt and you're in a suit?
I don't dress up very often.
Not a suit. I thought for a festive show I would put on
Yeah.
something remote. So I got a vest on and I'm sweating my balls off with the sleeves underneath because the heat.
I'm talking about your Christmas party. You had a blue suit jacket on.
Oh,
Billy's right. I don't dress up.
Well,
what sporting animal he is. I had a
Clint
sport
did-
coat.
Clint didn't want to puke on his sport coat. That's all.
There was no puking, but it was a hotel as well, so I don't know who urinated in the shower. But again, former Marlin Cub Expo Moises Alou would swear by it, as he would urinate in the shower for years, and he claimed it was good for calluses.
Ah.
So I went on Amazon. I've been doing a little. She's not here. Amazon. My wife has. I've been in showers with guys since I was 12 years old, and I've never had bad feet. And not that, Clint, don't get any bad ideas.
What is that, a Ukrainian custom? You take a nice steam?
No. So my wife and other people I know have terrible cracked feet. So I'm
That's
going
not good.
on. What's that?
Cracked feet is not good. It's a bad.
No, and it hurts. So I go on Amazon, and they got everything on Amazon. So I'm looking for like a little stocking stuffer. Like you can buy pads that have the I don't know if it's olive vera or aloe vera or
Melck. That's funny.
like, so
Sticking with the Yellowstone theme, Larry.
yeah. Anyways,
Wait, don't we have isn't there a photograph that resurfaced recently of another version of a Larry Melnick that I saw?
This one?
well, yeah.
This is some uncut footage from Saturday Night Fever.
Well, no, that's from Willie Neshin out of New Jersey. He's a nut bar. I don't know why he's not on this show, but anyways, so
I don't know why you're showering with men.
so after sweating for 2.5 hours on the ice, you got to like.
Oh, so you're talking about a locker room setting?
Well, of course, that's what I
Okay,
mean.
so I thought it was like you and Rochelle swinging or something.
Oh Jesus! So that brings me that picture that Clint, not Jessica's brother, but it could be Jessica's brother. What do you think of men? And I was just down in the States with my wife doing a little gambling. We did a little Christmas shopping. And as we're traveling together down, it's an hour trip. She says, what do you think of like a men's satchel or a men's over the shoulder leather, like a Bugatti purse? And I said, come on.
A little handbag.
Yeah, a little handbag. And in Italy and all those places where you like, I think I mentioned on one of the shows, my son in Italy had his gold chain ripped off his neck by some freaking little Italian from behind. Yeah.
Really?
So all that shit that you guys carry, like your passport and your wallet and your money and all of it goes into this little, and you can get them for anywhere from $30 to, well, if you want to go Michael Kors or Jamie Chung or Wang Chung or whoever the hell you buy it from, they're up to $2 or $3 grand.
I can see you with that. You're stylish. You
God.
Keys, your mints. If there's a firearm,
man's purse. Exactly. It's a man's purse.
Well, back in our day, they would call it another. The word actually used in the penalty box that night. Nay. That was the word that would be the open for that type of beliefs, if you will.
And we can't say that in the show. We haven't gone Archie Bunker right, or is it left yet?
Right is right.
Right is right. So anyway, so Thanksgiving, sports, they shouldn't be. So anyways, have I told you what I think of the French? And I'm not, and we're not going to go Archie Bunker right, but
you're not a fan. French, and most, the separatists and
exactly. So they tried to secede from Canada. And I'm sitting at one of the bars the other day with my buddy Josh, and I don't know if he's watching or he was drinking in the bar today, not in my bar, but some other bar. And I just said,
"Where were you at Earl's?"
No, it's either Sam's. Today I was at the Gilnetter Pub, which is a nice little, it's it's a pub about 11 minutes from my house, and it's on the water, but it's like the Pitt River. It's not Florida, beautiful beach, but it's a nice little setting. And the PBRs are only $5 instead of $8 like a normal beer. So I had a couple of PBRs sitting with my buddy. So anyways, I'm sitting with Josh at another bar, Sam's, and he's French, and he says, and he loves the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Oh,
and I said,
I hate him already.
What the fuck is wrong with you? So anyways, all the guys I'm sitting with love the Toronto Maple Leafs. So anyways, he says to me, and sometimes he's from Ottawa, actually, which is French Canadian. So anyways, I'm sitting with him, and they're all talking about the Leafs, and he's talking in his he speaks pretty good English, but sometimes I don't understand what he's saying. He says, Jesus, that Berube, he's really good, you know. I said, what?
Berube.
I said, yeah, you got it right. I said, what the hell are you? He says, Berube. He's a top. I said, Berube? Berube? I said, no, Berube. He says, he's doing pretty good. I said, they still suck. I don't give a shit. Learn Berube.
Craig Berube.
Craig Berube.
Now we're on the hockey kick. It looks like the Quebec franchise is going to get screwed again for expansion, but I got one rant. Since our last show, Rangers now 15-15-1 after Tuesday's shutout loss to the woeful Predators. They play next tomorrow in Dallas. The free fall continues, 2 single points currently ahead of Columbus for last place in the Metropolitan Division. They're 3-11 over the last month. What the fuck? Trouba sent to Anaheim. Kako yesterday to the Kraken. Most likely Mika next. There's no energy. There's no emotion. There's no leadership. They're waiting for major changes are going to happen. Most likely Laviolette's on the hot seat. This is shocking to me. They got off to a good start.
It's a joke. Like, it reminds me a bit of Phil. Like, Phil went from the press, like he was up doing the analyst, doing great, became the general manager. We lose in 86, and 87 he trades everybody away. Like, I don't know. So Drury was a captain, gets traded or bought out or whatever. Does he have a what do you call it on the shoulder?
Trouba was the captain.
No. Drury was the first captain. I think the first captain, chip on his shoulder, because he got waived out of New York. So now he's paying back. How do you treat Trouba? They had the best team in the NHL last year. Give your fucking head a shake.
They could have beat the Panthers in the semi. They were very close. It was a very tough series. Panthers won. They go on to play Edmonton. They win the cup. But we talked about it the last show. We missed a couple weeks, and they were going on that West Coast trip. There was still no reason for real concern. They played soft in a game at San Jose. They lost to Winnipeg, who was 10-1 at the time. But, what's happening now? This is a complete free-for-all, a total collapse, and shocking. Need a good luck charm. There you go. Tom and Mel. Oh, look at this.
No, so it's not Trouba's. So this is the problem with the salary cap. Pardon?
I don't blame Trouba. I didn't blame Kako.
You can't. How do you give up on a team that was the best team in the NHL last year? What has changed?
It's bad.
Well, did they what's the word when you play way better than your talent?
Overachieve.
They overachieve? Possibly. They got the best goalie in the world. They got a pretty good defense. They have guys that can score. Panarin's the only guy that's been consistent this year. But how, as a team, they have gone in the shitter.
You're going to and again, as I pointed out, 1 point ahead of the Islanders, who've not performed well. Patrick Waugh, I don't know what's going on with him and Lou Lamoriello. And then 2 points back, Columbus. So you go from top of the division in the Metropolitan. And again, they're 3-11 in the last month. What, 6 points?
There's something going wrong in the dressing room and as an organization.
Yeah.
You can
There's
see
no energy, no emotion, no leadership.
You can see it. But it's not Trouba's fault. It's not Kako's fault.
No, I don't. And we touched on it a couple of weeks ago. What's the responsibility? It happened in Boston. Yeah. They popped Montgomery, So what does he do? He goes over to St. Louis. He wins his first 6 games.
They panicked. There's certain guys in certain positions, and I've said this before, that are not very smart. You can't have a knee jerk. Pat Quinn was called stand pat until he knew that he would win a trade. And he didn't lose many trades, if I recall correctly.
Great career. Him,
Great career.
Mike Keenan as well.
Don't ever mention that name. Mike Keenan? Seriously? He
was part of that one cup in '94. Got to give him credit.
Understood. But the trail that he left from Philadelphia and the intimidation and all the bullshit, he's like Tortorella.
Blackhawks, and he was here.
Same type of I understand.
Yeah,
good track record. Good track record, but the personality to be in a dressing room with, I don't know if I think I might have mentioned this on the Ranger podcast. There were certain guys that grabbed Keenan and said, don't act like that. Don't talk like that.
Oh, that was the old school Parcells, Bobby Knight.
Change your fucking attitude.
But that was that era. They would get
success. Yeah, but success, of course. But then you wear out your welcome. Tortorella's
that's true. It happened in Chicago, happened in Philadelphia.
You wear out your welcome.
Messier, you don't get that win in the Devils in Jersey, and then they go on and I run the Canucks. Yeah. That was a 7-game series. They won Game 7 in the Garden.
Well, they beat Vancouver in Vancouver, and then you knew they were going to beat them in New York. There's no way Mess is going to lose.
But I don't disagree with you with the hard-ass coach.
Yeah.
And we queue up the puck off, and we can do some grievances and.
I think we already go. If you have more, I can do more, but I got to talk about some other shit.
Well, on the back end. One last time for 2024, our hero Lawrence Joseph Melck in the penalty box. The rant, the rave, the spew that came out of that mouth was unprecedented back then, let alone would get us thrown off the air, even though this is not an FCC regulated broadcast.
YouTube would get rid of us. They'd be like, man, this content is flagged.
I even deal with you after a performance like that. You don't hear words like that out of my mouth.
Hey, Clint.
Yes.
Not Jessica's brother, but could be. How many times have you watched that?
He watches it every night. He does fireball shots.
Every Thursday.
I think so.
He's become an alcoholic now. He's obsessed with that clip, and he just chugs shots. Those Boilermakers.
Yeah,
I'm like, man, I want to talk like that one day.
Clint's become a tyrant.
Anyways.
He calls people at the party.
Okay, what are you pissed off about now?
All right, you want me to go first?
Sure, because I think I've already spewed.
Here's a new grievance that's coming into play lately, and it's happened twice this week. Food taken away prematurely. I was at a neighbor's party Sunday night. I'm sitting talking to a couple of guys. I've got a paper plate, just a couple little mini meatballs, a couple little shrimp. I put it down on the table in the kitchen on the island. I take a sip out of my drink. The maid took the plate, threw it out. I look over. Today, I'm at a client's holiday party, big car dealership. They throw a beautiful party for the employees. Beautiful carving board, the pig, turkey, prime rib, sliced. We're sitting at a table now, and I'm about 80% done. And I'm talking to my buddy again, and I see a hand come down, pull the fucking plate up. Isn't the protocol? Are you finished, sir? Can I take that plate? It happened twice in a week.
Well, you'd think so, but maybe she thinks you're short and fat and maybe need to go on a diet.
You're done, sir.
260 after the lack of deli meats.
Yeah, you should.
No, I almost did it. I go, what's going on here? I had to make a second plate.
At your age, you shouldn't be drinking. You shouldn't be eating meat, especially high-end steak. All right.
I like meat. I like a protein.
Yeah. Think about a salad. Okay?
You're a guy a few weeks ago. We're baking, and you're putting sausage and crackers in your golf bag with all your travelers, and now all of a sudden,
I will not have garlic sausage and cheese this Christmas. Okay, but everything else is fair game.
What about in
I
Vegas?
made. What's that?
I'm not going to go hang out in Vegas with a vegan.
No. Well, Vegas. If you can make it, Vegas
right.
is going to be good.
Can we bring the old Larry back for a few days?
Oh no! Don't worry about Larry in Vegas. It's going to be good. But I've been so now that I'm kind of semi-retired as of last month. I've been cooking a lot. So I love buffalo chicken wings. Okay, but they got lots of salt. What? What's so funny?
I'm not. Now you're cooking, okay, but it's healthy. Yeah. So chicken wings are.
Drink your beer and be quiet. You got Miller High Life?
The champagne of beer.
Okay, so listen. I'm going to go off topic like I did in the last show.
You're a PBR guy.
So if the people out there that are watching need a last-minute Christmas present.
Here you go.
There you go. PBR. I had 5 of those PBRs this afternoon. So listen to this one. Miller High Life sells a cologne on Amazon for $60. It's a bar smelling cologne, like a local dive. It's called Dive Bar Cologne. $60. It smells like pee. It smells like beer, spilt beer. It's got some cedar wood and hold on, what is my musky? It's got a little musky smell to it. So look for it on Amazon.
It's like Kramer
Miller High Life Cologne
at the beach.
Miller High Life Cologne.
Now you ruined the surprise. I got Clint a bottle.
There, hello. There you go. See, I did my homework, and there you go. Smells like a dive bar.
This is what you came up with in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
All right. Now you
ruined
my stocking stuffer for Clint. So I'm sorry, Clint.
Clint,
all right. I still want it
with 12 guys from promotions.
I'm not sure if it's $60 Canadian or $60 US, but look for it, people.
No, it's too much, whichever one it is.
No, it's cheap compared. I've got
why do I want to smell like urine?
Well, no, it smells. It's a must because what does Bobby's Bar smell like? It smells like.
Bobby's is a very fine establishment.
Oh well, okay. So tell Bobby to make a cologne.
Would Rochelle want you to wear that cologne?
You know what? I have like 15 different colognes. I talked about it on the New York Ranger podcast. The fucking jabroni, I don't think uses deodorant, but I like to smell good. I like people that smell good. I don't want to go
very well coiffed. You're clean.
Yeah,
you're like the Desert Fox.
It's important. It's important.
So you got the gel in the hair.
They got the dippity doo from Walmart for $2. Okay, so we covered that. We've done that. Okay,
what about your grievances? Do you have any?
No, I don't.
Really?
I've already. No, I said some of these people that run organizations, the longevity is too long.
Right.
They shouldn't. They've over.
Look at Cashman with the Yankees. Granted, they made it to the World Series this year. Now Soto defected, went to the Mets. I agree with Billy. I think she'd be. First of all, if you put that on, she'd go to the optometrist office and smell from that scent.
So listen, for my 65th birthday, which I will be in Vegas, I would not decline a nice gift of Miller High Life Dive Bar Cologne. All right,
what you want, you got it.
There you go. So now,
but you're a PBR guy.
Yeah, that's got nothing to do with.
This is Larry on a Saturday night watching Bonanza at home, having a couple cases of PBR. Look, he's got a little sandwich there. So back then he ate lunch meats.
And he's going to smell like that dive bar.
Yeah. Hey, didn't every family have that brown leather couch or a blue lazy boy or something like that? Everybody has
a fabric. Absolutely. It's a vintage 60s, 70s.
Basketball, Miller High Life. What else we got? What else?
You got any resolutions?
No.
I have one.
Well, you're not
my
supposed
resolution for the upcoming year. My prostate is the size of a bagel, and I need to take the meds. And as the great Warren Buffett said, an idiot with a plan can beat a genius without the plan. So I'm not going to encourage everybody to take a shower with 12 men, but be smart, stay sharp, take your meds, have your plan, Furthermore, if there's anyone that I offended this year, work on yourself, so I don't have to do it again in 2025.
Okay,
Well
so
said.
I agree with all of that. You drink beer to forget about the fucking morons that we talk to.
Well,
All
then
right?
you got to drink a lot of beer in Florida.
That's right. And Canada as well. So Red Bull gives you wings, beer gives you balls. There's something else I was going to say, but I forgot.
That's a very bold. I hope you don't say that when you go to the next men's steam room.
No,
I found our next social clip.
listen. And
I hope you know that
don't
that's going to
shower
be the
with
next
12
short. That's going to be the next short that's going to go viral on Instagram. And by the way,
hey,
in my pre-meeting chat with Clint, when you were drinking your PBRs, Clint and I disclosed we're over 12,000 views on YouTube since we started this epic August 1st. And Instagram, TikTok, and all that other crap has exploded. So the Larrys and Clint, not related to Jessica Biel, it's a hit.
okay, so getting back to your bagel-sized prostate, a bagel-sized prostate is good, means you have good flow, correct?
Well, I don't want to toot my horn, but it's okay. Oh, sorry, Bill, you had prostate scare too?
No.
All good now. Don't ignore it. Thank you, pal. I take
Really?
my pill.
Really? So listen, Willie and Lawrence, if your prostate is the size of a pea and you pee every 4 minutes, you got a problem.
You want it to be smaller. So mine, the measurement was, I believe, the last physical was an 8, and it should be. Some are minuscule, but answering your question and your concern, the flow is good.
Yeah. Well, that's all. And if you pee 4 times in a night, you got to go see a doctor and get on some pills.
Well, that's not a problem.
Excellent.
You also don't want to start to, have a bunch of liquids, before you go to bed outside.
What about twice a night?
The 6-pack that you might consume.
Well, listen, at 5'3" and 199 pounds that you weigh, you might want to just, don't eat after.
Clint will attest, 5'10", 190.
Don't eat after 4 o'clock if you need to lose weight. Okay?
You're going to have chicken wings at 8 o'clock.
No, I won't. 20-6. Good night, guys.
All right, that's it for season 1.
I thought did you have some good news?
Season 2.
Larry, didn't you have some good news you wanted to share?
Like, no.
Or Peter Melck.
No, we had those photos. Where are these photos?
I got a couple shout outs.
Oh.
A couple quick shout outs here. This is number 1. The great George Ezell is retiring at the end of the month from my wife's company, Gem Air Distributors. The gentleman has been with the company 55 years. He was the 4th employee, a wonderful, wonderful guy. He's moving up to North Carolina. George, we wish you the best. We love you. And he's here in his 3rd or 4th vodka on the rocks. I believe I'll have scotch that night. But a wonderful evening. Dee, behind us there, attended the party, is a big fan of the show. So that was the wife's holiday party on Friday night. George, congrats. Here's another big fan. Ramiro and Torch at Titusville did a little extravaganza, was away from his Coast Guard duties, loves the show, wonderful, wonderful man, big fan of the show. Billy Neshin, Billy Conchitiniak, Tony Long, Aaron Pulley, Eric Pereira, John Jonathan, Boyd, Aaron, my buddies here, all the guys at Bobby's, the Moorings, and Hawk's Nest. We're going to be back in January, season 2.
Beautiful.
The great Bobby McCarthy right there.
Where? On the right? Left? Right? Where? Right or left?
I think he's on the left.
Picture of the Duluth Saints. Baseball pitcher up in Minnesota. The great Bobby McCarthy, my home away from home. When you come to Vero, we will go there. The great Bobby's, downtown Vero Beach.
Sounds good. Thanks, people, for
Happy
watching.
holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year to all. We will see you guys, everybody, once and for all. Merry Christmas, Billy Kay. We will be back in January, season 2. Clint, Larry.
Cheers.
Merry Christmas. Hey.
Merry Christmas, boys.
Have a nice Christmas, y'all.